Hey, it's Mark Lanier with your video thought for the day. That is the Houston soccer team's football stadium, which lets you know which building I'm in today. I got an email from a buddy, Mike, the other day, and he was running by me a devotional he'd written on a Greek word. And I thought, that's good. That'd be a good video thought for the day. So I'm going to use that word to talk to you today, though it'll be with, this isn't his devotional. I don't want him saddled with this. This is my thought through that word. The Greek word in its verb form is phroneo. Comes from a word phrones that originally, if you go back in Greek, original Greek, it was your diaphragm, as in that thing that controls your breathing. And as your diaphragm that controls your breathing, the early Greeks believed that your diaphragm, your phrones, was the seat of your emotions and the seat of your thinking, the seat of that vitality of life, because it controlled your breath. Little different than the Hebrew concepts there of which organs did what, but regardless, that was early Greek thought. And so over time, over the centuries, phrones and the verb phroneo came to be associated with the discretion, the understanding, the insight, the wisdom of your thinking, and often, especially, your moral thinking. And it was a powerful word that was frequently used. And by the time of the New Testament, you've got this history of usage where people were familiar with the word as being one that spoke to an understanding of, especially tied to ethical decisions. Now, by the way, if you put the word a, which is not the letter A, in front of it in the New Testament, it's often translated fool, because that's someone who doesn't have this ethical, moral understanding. Now, what's the verse that I wanted to use on this? It comes out of Matthew, though I think it's in Mark as well, but it's in Matthew 16, verse 23. Here's the story. Jesus has just explained to his apostles that he's going to go to Jerusalem, he's going to have to suffer and ultimately die. And Peter jumps in and says, no, don't do that. And the reply that Jesus gives to Peter is, get behind me, Satan, you're a hindrance to me, because you're not setting your mind on the things of God, but on the things of man. Now, mind there isn't the Greek word nous, which is the normal word for your mind. The word mind there is phroneo. It is phrones. It's from this phroneo verb. And it means not simply your understanding, but there's a real moral tie to it. The values, Peter, that you're expressing are values based upon human valuation and insight. You're not basing your values on God's, because God's value is one that says you give of yourself even to the point of death. Human values are stand up for number one. So as you live today with your diaphragm, but even more so your phrones, your mind, your thinking, let's both decide that we're going to let our moral compass be one that is defined by God's moral compass and not our own. And that's putting our mind where it needs to be. That's your video thought for the day.